put that cookie down, 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 put it down. The whole vlog's just gonna be us doing this. No.
Doug, your wife's cookies are delicious.
That is still one of the most amazing things, is that
Phil Hartman's performance?
Oh, well, that too, of course. But what a waste of a perfectly good Phil Hartman in that movie. Both that and Small Soldiers. It's like, oh no, come on, you ain't Phil Hartman.
He's the only thing I actually like in that movie.
No, here's the funny thing, and this is what I really wanted to get into.
I do kind of like Schwartz. Actually,
it's not a bad idea for a film, and even on paper, it could almost work. Everyone always points this as like, you know, one of the worst Christmas films and the dumbest excuses for like trying to cash in and stuff, but it's actually not that bad a setup.
No. There's always Christmas Story too.
Yes. No, there's much worse. For me, when I saw this movie, I saw it actually with kind of the idea that this could work. Sinbad was not banished from Hollywood.
To the land of unfunny.
Yeah.
To the land where nothing's funny anymore.
Like, he had a sitcom that I can't remember. I was young, so I can't remember if it was any good or not. A lot of people say it wasn't, but I remember, like, it was just an inoffensive whatever.
And Sinbad, to me, was always very inoffensive, but not very funny to me. I've never hated Sinbad. He never really made me laugh. I don't. There are other comedians that I think are not funny, but more obnoxious. So I never hated Sinbad, but Sinbad was never a comedian I sought out.
Like, never acquired a taste of Sinbad.
Seems like a nice guy. I just, you know, and then he runs around and he does stand-up, and some people watch him and some people enjoy him, and good luck with that. Yeah. That's awesome. No problems here.
I actually, because really after Jingle All the Way, he just disappeared.
Well, that is a career killer.
You know, and then he came back for one.
Unless you're Jake Lloyd. For some reason, that was like a starting point. He ended up with Star Wars after that.
So you got this movie with Schwarzenegger, who has done comedy before, and to be fair, not that bad in Twins.
Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop. I mean, he's...
It's not the Tuma.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's like always a little awkward how funny he is. Like, I don't know, seeing Christopher Walken do comedy or something. But it's like he's legitimately funny in a lot of stuff too. So you're kind of watching. It's like, oh, he's the typical dad trying to get a toy. Weird choice, but he can do it. And the one clip they showed over and over on the trailer.
Well, what makes it work is that he's not.
He's so obviously not the typical dad.
It's Schwarzenegger playing the typical dad. He's obviously
the workaholic and everything.
Whose typical dad is Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, no, but when but there's a scene, the scene they played over and over in the trailer, which is one of the few funny scenes in the movie, is when he trips Sinbad, I think, with like a remote control car, and he just gives, it's something only Schwarzenegger can do. He just looks at it and goes, "Oh, poor baby," and runs off, and he gives this weird ass smile, and it's amazing. And we watch this movie or the trailer, and be like, I don't know if it's gonna be funny or not, but that scene is funny.
Well, again, it's like Batman and Robin. It's like Schwarzenegger is so crazy. He's like the 2-ton gorilla in the room. You just don't know what he's gonna do, but it's probably gonna be funny, whether intentionally or not.
So I was kind of looking forward to this movie, knowing it could suck, but I didn't know it could suck this bad. For such a funny setup for a movie, and even sort of this subplot with this like division of Santa Clauses like selling you know, like second grade toys, is that like, these are funny setups, these are good ideas, but then it goes from mostly just not very funny and awkwardly done and just whatever, just kind of dumb, to amazingly batshit, what the fuck, this is the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in the fucking climax. The climax is like beyond insulting to like even the little kids watching are like, no, this is
generic family film to obnoxious family film.
Exactly. And I mean, it goes from just him trying to, you know, the extremes of trying to get this Turbo Man doll, which is again a great setup because we've seen people go insane to get these. This is mostly satirizing the Cabbage Patch Kid phenomena, I think. And when there's video of people going in, trampling over people, now we just call it Black Friday.
Honestly,
but before they're just doing this for a toy.
I wouldn't say Cabbage Patch Kids. This was just systemic of that whole '90s thing where we had let's see. Let's go back. I think
well,
more.
It started with Cabbage Patch
I think more Tickle Me Elmo, the Furbies.
No, but you know what I'm saying though. It started with
yeah.
Cabbage Patch Kids, and that started this whole thing of like on Black Friday you had to get.
It started it, but I think the real spoof was what was going on in the 90s.
Yeah,
because it seemed like every year there was some other piece of shit toy that for some reason everybody had to have.
Yeah. So it was spoofing that, and it's a good idea. It's actually not a bad idea for, commentary and stuff. And even
it came out at the right time because I think all of us were just kind of sick of that whole craze of like, really, you fucking grown adults, get your asses off the Walmart floor and act like human beings instead of running around like, my kid is gonna live in the world.
Yeah, so it's...
Sorry, I just hate that.
No, I hate it too. I really fucking hate that shit a lot.
I mean, we're going to be a consumerist culture no matter what, but for God's sakes, show a little dignity.
Yeah, at least pretend you have some humanity. At least, don't let the media win. Don't let their cameras film me saying, look at these monkeys and the fucking idiot stuff they're doing. It's like, don't let them win. Don't be animals.
And now we cut to a commercial. Where you're going to see the products that you're going to want anyway. Yeah, that's what I love about the media. It's like, look at the monkeys acting crazy, and then they run advertisements in between the videos of the monkeys acting crazy.
Yeah, no, it's
a circle, man! We're all prisoners, man!
So, there could have been this great movie, this great comedy, really kind of about that, even with Schwarzenegger in the role. If you did it right, I think you could have made it work. And they just go for every super safe, family-friendly, junk food that, doesn't really have a mind or anything like that. And then it goes to just, real insulting, insane stuff in the end. And
this movie, you know what this movie needed to be? It needed to be Liar, Liar.
Yeah.
Like, the closest thing I can think of to this film would be Liar, Liar. And there's a case where...
It is corny.
It is corny. It is sappy. It goes a little crazy at the end, but it never completely goes... over-the-top batshit crazy nuts. At no point is Jim Carrey flying on a rocket pack in that movie. Like, it knew exactly how to have a strange tone, but work within it. And not step too far outside it. And this movie, though, like, just completely blows it up.
And nobody looks at when Jim Carrey takes off the mask, they're like, Jim Carrey? that was my... He talks to this kid. He picks him out of the crowd. He obviously has the build and upper lip. Even the toy has, like, his upper lip.
And then talking about it hurts.
When he gets down, he finally gets out with the rocket pack that actually works. And he comes down and he takes the helmet off. His own wife is like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is that you? And so that's just its own realm of awful.
Arnold, your climax is ridiculous.
Who said you could touch my climax? Yeah, that was just awkward. That was almost as awkward as the actual scene in the movie. But even that scene with the put the cookie down, it's like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, I should be laughing at this. Like, this is supposed to be funny, but not. There's a funny thing somewhere in there.
You laugh at it, but for the wrong reasons. You laugh at it because the scene is just so mishandled.
Yeah.
Like, it is so bizarre that it ends up being funny despite the fact that they did everything humanly possible to not make it funny.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I know there's a funny scene in here, but you're not giving it to me.
And that's what makes it strangely funny, because it's just like, it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, put the cookie down, and it's so over the top, and you're like, this is funny, but not for the right reasons. It would not be legitimately funny. It's just crazy. Yeah. And that's what's making it funny.
And Jake Lloyd, that poor kid who had simultaneously both the best and worst agent in the world, because he got a Schwarzenegger movie and then Star Wars after it.
You know what,
but they were done by terrible directors.
That agent... I don't know whether to, like, give his agent an award or have them arrested. Have them arrested, because on the one hand, it's like, that is an incredible job to take a child actor who has no talent. I mean, none.
I've only seen him in those two movies, and neither was very impressive.
No. Let's just be honest. No talent. And that's okay. He's a kid.
Yeah.
Like, how many actual kids are good actors? I can tell you it's probably like 5% of all children.
Yeah.
Anytime you watch home movies that kids have made themselves, and like even our own, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Like, so
and it's understandable. Go be a kid.
We special about saying Jake Lloyd is a bad actor. he joins a long list of almost every kid on the planet who is. But that agent, that incredible agent, somehow was able to convince directors that this kid had talent. And I don't know how that agent did it. I don't know. It's amazing. I mean, if you could bottle that, like you could sell snow to an Eskimo.
So yeah, and he's in this. And to be fair, like he is bad, but he's not Phantom Menace bad. Everyone's
and he's a kid.
But yeah, it's
You
one of
can
the things
only
where
only person you can blame are the agent, who obviously did a good job selling Jake Lloyd, pawning him off into some like child actor slavery ring, and the casting agent, the casting people, and the directors. Like you could have taken one look and said this isn't going to work. Instead they stuck with it, and just like Phantom Menace, it's like all you needed to do was like have him read 5 lines and be like, no, this kid does not have what it takes. This is not Haley Joel Osment. It's not going to work. Instead, Lucas decided, for whatever reason, no, this is exactly what I want. I'm going to go with it. Special effects are a tool, much like I am a tool, and blame everybody around it. I never blame the kid. He's a kid.
There's nothing,
Honestly, it's cruel and unusual what they did to him by letting him star in these films. I mean, really, we've all talked about the interview he had, like, later in life, where he's practically like this, and he's like, like the poor guy looks so traumatized. Like, my life was
totally understandable. I'm not being like, oh, toughen up, guys. Like, no, completely understandable. I mean, if you're a little kid,
I don't wish
you were
him
the little
dead.
kid.
I don't wish him any ill will.
No, not at all.
To say that
I completely understand.
To say that he ruined the Phantom Menace is to completely remove Lucas from the subject.
No, with both movies, what I was getting to is that with both movies, even though he's not good in it, I am so distracted by the amount of terrible in the rest of it that he's really kind of a side note for me.
Oh yeah, no, there's way more worse things in it than just Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, and like I said, it's one of those films where I feel bad that so many people pick on it but didn't see what could have been there with Jingle All the Way. I know it sounds crazy, but I really do think it could have been a legitimately funny comedy, even with Schwarzenegger and Sinbad in the leads. I think if it was...
I don't hate Sinbad. I can't think of anything I've seen where I thought he was particularly funny, but he's never...
Oh, Sinbad must be crap. It's like,
let me put it this way. I've never found him particularly funny, but he's never annoyed me.
Yeah.
So his presence in a comedy, like,
he's never the cause of the badness. He's just in bad
as
stuff,
I said, Schwarzenegger in something like Kindergarten Cop, like, was so amazing.
Twins?
That I'm like,
it was very funny.
Yeah, it was very funny in Twins. It totally could have worked in the hands of competent people.
Yeah, I would love to see, like, an Ivan Reitman direct this as, in his heyday there. I would like to have seen that work. Well, I guess
he was too busy remaking Ghostbusters a 4th time.
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna say because
what was that movie? Did Evolution or
something like that?
David Duchovny. Yeah.
Like that's right, because he did Twins and Kindergarten Cop, didn't he?
Did he do Kindergarten Cop?
I thought he did. I could be wrong again. You son of a bitch, but it could be wrong. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think there is a right way to direct Schwarzenegger, both in action and comedy. There's a right way to direct him. And, we've seen it done badly in action films and dramas, and we've seen it done badly in comedies, but we've seen it done well in both also.
Yeah.
That's your only comment.
I'm trying to think of anything I liked in this movie, and I just sighed as I was thinking about it. No.
I think it was just hitting that point where, like I said, with Liar Liar, we know these cliches, the overworked, or the workaholic father, not paying attention to the kids, gets his comeuppance, then at the end, realizes his lesson, but it looks like he's not going to be with the kids, so he has to go through some sort of big climax to get to... It's just at the point where that was starting to get really, really old and done, and we're like, okay.
Issue for
and
me.
the whimsical music, they even fucking played Nutcracker in this. That's where it's like, no, you've given up. As soon as you play Nutcracker in your Christmas movie...
At least hire John Williams to rewrite the Nutcracker like he did in Home Alone.
But when you're just playing Nutcracker, it's so obvious what you're doing.
The biggest issue for me is, and this is especially true in comedies, I don't care if something's been done before. I don't have the hang up of like, oh, it always needs to be new and there can't be any cliches anywhere. I don't care if there's cliches in it. It's what you do with those cliches. If you can make it fun and entertaining, then I'm willing to overlook... I'm pretty forgiving. I'm really willing to overlook a lot of it, but if it's not funny, if it's not entertaining, and it's just a series of cliches, I'm like, no.
No, and that's what I think.
No.
Because a lot of people harp on me. It's like, well, a lot of things have already been done. Yes, and I believe that.
Shit.
No, I believe that theory was that there's only like 5 stories in the world, and we're just retelling the fates. No, I totally believe that.
There's a reason we have archetypes. Like this stuff goes back to Adam and Eve, like the early primitives telling stories around the campfire in the caves.
Yeah, no, I mean, these stories are always going to exist, and we're going to try.
But when those guys told stories, my guess is even back then they had some people who knew how to tell a story, and other people who didn't. And the ones who didn't were telling the same story again, but it wasn't interesting. And you know what they did? They probably clobbered him over the head and ate him. So
no, if you were to read like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and every night you read The Boy Who Cried Wolf, you would get a little sick of The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And after a while, you'd be like, look, this is a good story, but can't you do something different?
You switch the story up, and then maybe they make a more entertaining version of The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Make The Boy an alien, and the wolf a sheep. And it's like, whoa, well, what the fuck's going on here? It's like, just do something a little different or interesting and make it work into the story as well. Just have fun, do variety with it.
To be fair, I don't think I've seen Arnold Schwarzenegger on a rocket pack flying around in the middle of a parade.
Surprisingly.
Amazing. That was the one thing I hadn't seen yet. I guess that's new, but that wasn't good.
Yeah. At least not good for the right reasons. It's... I don't know why I wanted to do this one so early. I guess all the ones I want to talk about are usually Christmas-related ones. I was like, we got enough Christmas ones for when December rolls around, so let's just do...
You said it, and I was trying to think, I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Like, that's just a bad comedy.
No, I want to talk about, because like I said, so many people are just like, oh, it's a bad idea, it's a bad concept. No, it's a good idea, and I really feel bad when...
Oh, no, the idea's not bad.
Yeah, I feel bad when an idea is just like, oh, this was dead on arrival, nothing could save it. No, there's a lot that could work with it. I could actually see the film being pulled off. It just wasn't.
Schwarzenegger in a movie like that is not a dead on arrival idea. Once you start, though, throwing Schwarzenegger plus Jake Lloyd and Sinbad, I may see where the argument's coming from that this may have been dead on arrival.
Yeah, no,
those are 3 things. None of those. Not one of those goes together.
No, and don't get me wrong. You're not gonna get groundbreaking commentary with this. So you're not gonna get your next "Thank You for Smoking" with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know that, but you could still get an enjoyable comedy.
Maybe any one of those in your movie alone. You might be able to survive it, but all 3, none of them go together. It completely clashes.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Still not a good comedy. But I just want to give some credit that there was, at least, the possibility was there, even with Schwarzenegger in it.
No, because he's not the worst thing.
Yeah, really. He didn't help. He did help the more I think about it. He gave us Put the Cookie Down. And
think about it. The 2 most entertaining things in the movie for me, Schwarzenegger and Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
And none of them, and the funny thing is, you're right, none of them are particularly good, but they're still the best things in it.
Yeah.
In the pile of crap, they are the piece of corn on top.
On the top, yeah. There it is. What a lovely image and a fantastic comment to both of them. So, cool. That's about it. Until next time.